All right. Test run. Oh. Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to Trash Talks. I should do a theme song. I should have a theme song. What should my theme song be? Trash Talks. Trash Talks. Talking trash on a daily. This is a test run. This is a test run of my podcast. How's it going so far? Not weird. I don't know if the camera should be up higher. Okay. So I really wanted to set up like a proper thing for this, and I've been thinking about how I'm going to do it, the background, what we're going to have. And so far, it's a lot of thinking and not a lot of action. So I thought, you know what? We've got to just record something. We've got to do something. We've got to get started. It's the only way this is going to work is to get started. So this is numero uno test run podcast episode. Let's see how this goes. Now, so for the first episode of the podcast, I want to talk about other podcasts that I listen to, because I thought, let's share the inspiration of how I've come to do this. Is this so bad? This is so bad. All good to go. But for this first week, what I want to do is talk about podcasts that I love to listen to, and I can give you some recommendations of great podcasts. Now I'm going to start up top with the Katie Price Show podcast. She does it with her sister, Sophia Hammond Price. That's how they do the intro. If you haven't seen it, it would make sense if you've seen it. And the reason I'm starting with this podcast is obviously there's a lot of Katie Price news at the moment. She's got to okay, so I think at the moment, I don't know whether she's number 3 or number 1 in like the official music charts with a song that she brought out ages ago. And it's all because basically it's just so uncovered that Peter Andre was such a bad man, which I could have told you from the start. Now I've been like a die-hard Katie Price fan since I was like... Now the Katie Price podcast is pretty wild because it's only about half an hour long, which normally I wouldn't listen to a podcast that's half an hour long because it's too short for me. I like some length in a podcast, but you've got to love everything that Katie Price does. I mean, the podcast is about half an hour long. The intro is about 5 minutes, and then there's adverts. You're not really getting much. And a lot of what they talk about is just going to like the range or Home Bargains to buy home goods. It's just, I'm always, there's never going to be a day where there's not something that Katie Price does that I don't want to listen to or watch, okay? The woman's a superstar, and it's great that the world's actually seeing how great she is. We love it. We love it. We love it. And her songs getting to number 1. It's just badass. And they're seeing this to show all these clips from this show that came out. So I can't even remember how many years ago. I mean, it's got to be. It's when she was pregnant. It's so many years ago, and it's only now that people are like, "Oh, that behaviour is not okay." So I guess we just live in a different time. A lot of these people are suddenly now getting like this recognition that they deserve. And, you know, they were saying on the podcast today that now there's talks about mental health and all these different things. Like, what, we couldn't see this before. Like, it's mad that we couldn't see this before. Like, I could see from a young age, like, that there was issues, that she was struggling with things, that she's working through things, like, and I think that was part of the reason, you know, that I kind of like respected her, and I've always really liked her because it's like she was a badass. This was possibly the podcast that I get the most excited to get a notification for every single week. And this one is Rotten Mango. It's a podcast that's hosted by Stephanie Sue. And it's kind of like a crime, a true crime kind of podcast. Now, the thing that really makes me laugh about this is that I get a notification pop up every week, and generally the titles of these and like the stories are stuff that's so horrible, and the levels of excitement that I have just seem so wrong. So it will be like notification pops up, and it's like, boy dismembers 12 girls and leaves their bodies in this, and I go, yay! Which sounds awful. Sounds awful, but honestly, Stephanie Sue is so good at storytelling and getting the whole thing across, and it's amazing. And then she does another podcast, which I've completely forgotten the name of. Hold on. She has a second podcast. Moral of the Story. So she has a second podcast, Moral of the Story. Now, if you're not into like super intense true crime kind of drama, like storytelling and stuff, Moral of the Story, I would say, is like a similar kind of thing, but a lot more fun stories, and like a lot of fun stories. It's like a real fun version of Rotten Mango. Rotten Mango is pretty intense. It is the kind of thing that I really like and enjoy listening to. I wouldn't say it's probably not for everybody, but it's so good. It's so well done. She's fantastic. Now, one of my all-time favourite podcasts is by my all-time favourite person, Trisha Paytas, and that's Just Trish podcast. Now, let me tell you, one of the biggest pros of this podcast is that you are getting like maybe like up to like a 3-hour podcast, which is chef's kiss as far as podcast levels go, because I do have to say one thing with the Just Trish podcast. Now, on the Just Trish podcast, Trish Paytas will go on a lot about how she had a previous podcast called The Dish with Trish and nobody listened, and I would like to refute that, okay, because I listened to every single episode and I loved that podcast. Yeah, I was listening to The Dish with Trish. The Dish with Trish was a great podcast. Everything Trisha Paytas does is great. And do you know what's fantastic? Is that the world is finally seeing that everything Trisha Paytas does is great. So we love it. And now she's got Moses, she's got the kids, she's got Oscar. Like, honestly, I could not be happier for her. And listening to, like, their kind of fun take on stuff. Like, it's not super serious. Like, they have a good time, they have a kiki, like, we love it, we're here for it, and just more of that, and there's nothing that makes me happier in the world than seeing Trish Paytas succeed, so I'm always here for that. This has not been successful. You know what, I'm going to put this up as is, and it's just going to be the intro, it's going to be garbage. This is Trash Talks. Welcome. It's going to be out of trash. It's going to be out of garbage. This makes sense that this is how it starts. No, the next one I'm going to come in with some topics and some news stories. Oh, do you know what I love? It's like those weird news stories, like about a monkey that made friends with a giraffe and now they live in Nepal together. Nepalese? They live somewhere and they have a great life and they got married and like they had some kind of weird, somehow managed to mate with each other and create some kind of giraffe monkey cross species baby, and that's the world that we live in now. It's going to be kind of stories like that, but ones that are actually true. Maybe some facts about sharks, because that's always a win. But great white sharks carry their young, I believe it's for 12 to 18 months. They're pregnant for. I don't know if you've ever seen. Go and Google. Oh, actually, I'll put an image in. Put an image in here. I'm going to talk like I have a producer that's producing the show, but really it's just me. So when I'm giving notes, I'm just giving them to myself. I'll be like, Ellie, cut that. That's just me. I'm Ellie. I'm everything. I'm the whole team. Lighting, sound, editing, talking, the whole thing. It's all your girl here. I'm doing all of the things, so give me a break, you know what I mean. And next episode I am going to do better lighting, because this is quite intensely harsh lighting. All of it's quite rough. And it's probably going to be about 7 minutes long. But this is it. This is like the start. And in like a couple of months, it's going to look so good. It's going to sound so good. It's all going to be so good. And it'll be a real treat. And this is where we began. Okay, let's just quickly list off some other podcasts that I really like. Race Chaser, which is Willem and Alaska, love. I don't really watch that much Drag Race anymore. I know, I feel really bad. The thing is, it switches from platform to platform to platform too much. Then you've got so many off-brands of the show, too much. And like, it's just so hard to keep up with it all. And the thing is that like, when I fall in love with like a person from a show, like I want to follow everything that they do. And so then every season you've got someone that you're like, oh my God, they're the greatest. Like, I can't keep up with that many people. Alaska and Willem are some of my favourites. Now, Willem, originally on the show, I wasn't like super hyped about. I kind of was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. And then we went to go and watch. So me and a friend went to go and watch Sharon Needles was in Bristol, which now I don't think people really like Sharon Needles anymore because of some spicy views, shall we say, on the world. But when Sharon Needles was in Bristol, we were so hyped to go and see Sharon Needles, and Willem was also there as well. We were like, oh yeah, cool, that'd be cool to see Willem. My goodness, if you don't know how you feel about Willem, you have to see Willem perform. Like, the performer that Willem is everything. Like, it was incredible. Have you ever seen someone in massive heels on a hoverboard do like a douche with beer? It doesn't get better than that. It was absolutely insane, and I've followed everything that Willem's done ever since. But following everything that anyone's ever done takes some work, and it's kind of got to the point now where I'm like, I can't fall in love with any more drag queens. I'm full. I also watched the Gottmik and Violet Chachki podcast, No Gorge, which is great. The thing that I will say is that their sound can be so off that I'm kind of find myself having to constantly like turn it up. Like they'll be like talking and it's like quiet, and then they'll go like a bit manic, and then it's like so loud and it's like painful in your ears, and then the theme song is like the loudest thing in the world. So yeah, the sound consistency within the show isn't great, but they're having a good time. They're enjoying their life. I'm not here to judge, and they're really entertaining. I also listen to Sibling Rivalry, which is Bob and Monet, which is another drag queen thing, and obviously Trixie and Katya. So it's a lot, yeah. That's too much. I can't then also keep up with Drag Race. So on, I think that's kind of about it. Hold on, let me check I haven't missed anything. Oh no, my battery's going to die on here. This is the end of this episode. We're going to have a great time, all right? Join me on this journey of learning what podcast it is, and listen to some of those podcasts I've recommended, because there's some great ones. Oh my God, no, I have to do one more before the battery dies. Don't go. One of the best podcasts of all time, the Handsome Podcast. May Tig, Fortune Filmster. Wow, that is so bad. That is a podcast that will have me like in public laughing out loud. Sorry, I'm looking over here all the time. It's because the battery's like, ding, 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 I'm going to die. So we're going to come back next time, more fully charged, better lights, better everything. This is just to say welcome. My name's Ellie. I'm going to be your podcast host from here on out. We're going to talk about great things. It's going to be super fun. I can't wait. Thank you so much if you made it through this, which no one has. Bye. How am I going to sign out? Oh, I need a good sign out. My sign out would just be like, and then cut to black. I love it. Just cut to black.